Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody. Nice to meet you on third meeting in our class Manajemen SDM dan Mutu Kesehatan or Human Resource Management and Health Quality. Today we want to talking about acquisition and human resource preparation. So the first one I want to tell you about the book that have explained about the type of human resources. So managing human resources in healthcare organizations book she 2007 divided human resource into several among others, like the first one is doctor, and then dentist, and then pharmacy personnel, and the fourth is health workers, allied health workers. So for public health expert, this is our position in the health workers, allied health workers. And then health workers are generally divided into four categories. Namely, the first is laboratory technician and technologists, and then practitioners of therapeutic science. And I want to tell you that the behavioral science and other supporting service. Several sources also state the workers in the health education sector are also associated with the profession. So you can mark it from this part. Health education sector are also associated with this profession. So for the first one, I want to give you one question. Why the health education sector are also associated with this profession, like allied health worker. In the point 4, before we go to this slide, why the health education sector, like a lecturer, are also associated with this profession. Please give your best answer in the last slide on module 3. Thank you. And then we go to the next slide. Non-doctor practitioner or non-physician practitioner, health human resources belonging to this category are medical assistant or those who work under the guidance of doctors. So the next one is nursing staff. Of course, that nursing staff is the medicine workers or practitioners in health worker. So we go to strategy and human resource analysis. So I would like to tell you that in the human resource management, especially in health, we have a strategy and human resource analysis to make it go to the goal of the health institution or health institution. Because for go to the goal, we have to make a good strategy and make a good human resource analysis. So this one, please focus on this sentence. The strategy and human resource analysis. Human resource strategy and analysis is an ongoing process to formulate and implement human resource policies and practice that produce the competencies and behaviors of health human resources need to achieve the strategic goals of an organization. Some of the steps taken are two. The first one, oh sorry, four. The first one is analysis of the organizational environment. In this part, why we have to do analysis of the organizational environment? Because in the organizational environment, there are a lot of things that can influence some how institution can be good or not. Uh, in the in the case of the program from the health institution can be good or not is based on the analysis of the organizational environment, especially from the human resource in that health institution. Good or not, the health, human resources in the health institution can influencing the goal of health institution. And then the second is develop a strategy. The last meeting we already talking about the planning. Do you remember? Did you remember about planning? So in the planning, we have a step for make a good strategy. One of the part is to make a good strategy. Why we have to make a good strategy? Because the strategy is the part for taking a best choice for make implementation. So good implementation in that part is have a good strategy inside, because the good implementation, there are a lot of good strategy for make a planning, for how to make a good implementation from the beginning until the evaluation step, like that. And then the third one is implementation. You know the implementation already. Implementation is the part of activity, the real activity, how to do or how to uh, solve the problem from the health institution or for the public, like that. So implementation is the best part or the important part in this in this section, because for implementation we can make it is can solve or not, because based on the problem we will make an implementation based on the problem. So if our implementation is good, the problem is will be end, or there is no problem with the good implementation, like that. Okay, we go to this part. In conducting an analysis of human resources needs, it is necessary to assess various factors in the form of two factors. What are the factors? The first one is internal factor, and then the second one is external factor. We go to the first factor. Okay, this is external factor. In health organizations such as hospital and clinics, human resource needs are based on the needs of people who access health services. For example, in an area, a specialist is needed for the heart, while the nearest clinic does not yet provide it, then the clinic can provide specialists according to the needs or demand of the community or the public. And the second one, or the last one, is the internal factors. Yes, internal factors, human resource needs are based on the internal condition of the organization, whether the organization needs new human resource or not. Like the example for the first slide that we have mentioned before, that the uh, human resource in health divided to four categories. The first one is doctor, and then dentist, pharmacy personnel, and then the last one is health workers or allied health workers. In the internal factor, already talking about, is depend on the organization inside, or is that factor is depend on the health institution. Why? We will go, because in this factor, if four of type in the human resource in health is complete, so it's depend on the organization, it is needed or not, because all of part of health workers is complete. If, for example, the director will have a planning for recruit the new health promoter for example, because in that organization, or for example in the public health center already have a health promoter, but the they have only one health promoter. So the director can make a planning for recruitment again for health promoter in that health institution or in the public health center, because of for if the number of health promoter, if for example in the beginning is one, and then they do a recruitment again to be two health promoter, it will be help, it will be make a good health, make a good health services. So two health promoter can make a good implementation together, or divided the task for give health education to the public. So it will increase and help the implementation and go to the goal of the health institution or public health center more good and effective, because of the number of health promoter, not only one person, but now to be two-person like that. But it's for the internal factors, it's depend on the director or depend on the health institution or organization, because it is internal factor. Okay, thank you so much for your attention on the third meeting. I will come and show to you for the next video on the fourth meeting in this course, especially in human resource management and health quality. Thank you so much. If you have something for discuss or have a question for this meeting, please feel free for write your comment or write your question in the module 3 in the platform open learning in my course. Thank you so much. See you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.